Today's tech news moves fast, but understanding it shouldn't be hard. That's why Snarful Solutions Group brings you Connecting the Dots, where we break down what's happening in tech and why it matters to you. Now, let's dive in with your hosts.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Connecting the Dots.
Yeah, welcome back.
The show from us here at Snarful Solutions Group.
That's right.
Where we, take the day's top tech news and try to really break it down, figure out what it means for all of you.
For the everyday person.
Right, exactly.
That's us.
Yeah, so today is March 19th.
March 19th.
And we're going to be diving into some of the headlines.
A big one.
That are, making waves today.
Made some noise, yeah.
And really trying to make sense of all of it.
Absolutely.
Even for folks who maybe don't, speak fluent tech.
Yeah, you don't have to be a coder
to
understand this stuff.
Yeah. So our goal today is basically to give you the important stuff.
The need to know.
Right, without
all the jargon.
All the confusing bits, and really just, arm you with the information you need.
Equip you.
To be in the know.
To be informed.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what we're all about.
Exactly. So let's just jump right in.
Let's do it.
To our first story. This involves a company called Ripple.
Okay.
They've been making a lot of noise in the cryptocurrency world.
Crypto, yeah, they're a big player.
Yeah, and it looks like their long legal battle with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission,
the SEC,
might finally be reaching its conclusion.
Hopefully.
So we're seeing reports that Ripple's CEO, Brad Garlinghouse, is anticipating that the SEC is going to drop its appeal in this case.
Wow, so this has been going on for a while.
It has been a saga.
A long saga.
Yeah.
So for him to come out and say that is pretty significant.
Absolutely. And this follows, some earlier indications that, things might be moving towards a resolution.
Okay.
But, this is a pretty definitive statement. And so it seems like, we might actually be nearing the end.
Oh, that's big. And the market seems to agree.
Right.
Because I saw that.
Well, XRP,
the
cryptocurrency that's linked to Ripple, experienced a pretty significant surge.
How much are we talking?
About 10%.
Wow.
On Wednesday.
Which is today. So that's a big jump.
It is. So, for those of you who maybe have dipped your toes into the cryptocurrency world, particularly XRP, this news could be a positive sign.
Definitely.
Potentially leading to more stability for the currency and maybe even further growth.
I mean, the legal uncertainty has been hanging over XRP for so long that removing that could definitely create a much more positive environment.
Yeah, for sure.
But even for people who aren't, invested in crypto. This whole situation is really interesting.
Yeah.
Because it gives us a glimpse into how governments are trying to figure out how to regulate these new digital currencies.
Right. It's like a whole new world.
It is a whole new world.
That they're trying to figure out how to manage.
Exactly. And the rules are basically being written in real time.
As we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's definitely something to keep an eye on.
For sure.
Even if you're not, directly involved in crypto.
Absolutely.
All right. So let's move on from the complexities of crypto regulation to something else.
What's next?
That's happening in the digital asset world.
Okay.
This time, focusing on keeping those digital assets safe.
Security.
Right. So there's a company called Utila.
Utila. Okay.
They specialize in something called multi-party computation.
Multi-party computation.
Yeah, or MPC.
MPC. Okay.
For crypto wallet services.
Crypto wallets.
And they just secured a pretty substantial investment.
No, for them.
Yeah, $18 million.
Wow.
In their latest funding round.
That's a lot of money.
Bringing their total funding up to $30 million.
That's even more money.
So, multi-party computation might sound a little bit like a mouthful.
That's a bit of a tongue twister.
Yeah. So let's break it down. Like, what are these MPC crypto wallets actually doing?
Okay. So imagine you have like a really important key to something super valuable. Instead of keeping that whole key in one place, which could be risky.
Yeah, someone could steal it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Multi-party computation basically splits that key into multiple pieces.
Okay.
And each piece is stored separately.
Oh, interesting.
So to unlock your valuable thing,
Which in this case is?
your digital assets, your crypto,
Okay.
multiple parties or systems need to work together
using their individual key fragments.
Oh, so it's like a teamwork kind of thing.
It is.
Okay.
And this makes it way harder for hackers to steal your crypto.
So it's like distributing the responsibility.
Exactly.
So no one person has all the power.
No single point of failure.
Right.
Which is a big deal in security.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it's pretty clever.
So with all this investment pouring into a company like Utila, what does that tell us about the future of, digital assets and how we keep them safe?
I think it shows that security is becoming a top priority.
Yeah.
Because as more people start using cryptocurrencies and other digital assets, whether it's for investment or for everyday transactions,
the need for strong and easy-to-use security measures is just going to keep growing.
Yeah, for sure.
Companies like Utila are the ones building the technology that can make it safer for everyone to participate in this digital economy.
So it's like they're laying the groundwork
Exactly.
for a more secure future.
A more secure and trustworthy digital world.
Right, where everyone can feel comfortable using these new technologies.
Without having to worry about their money being stolen.
Okay, so that's Utila and the world of MPC crypto wallets.
Pretty cool stuff.
All right, let's shift gears entirely and talk about something.
Okay.
With the potential to change almost everything about technology as we know it.
I think I know where we're going with this. AI, artificial intelligence.
We're seeing this major consortium.
Okay.
It was initially formed by BlackRock.
Okay, big finance.
Microsoft.
Huge tech company.
And Abu Dhabi's MGX.
Another big investor.
And now they've been joined by two more really significant players.
Okay, this is getting interesting.
NVIDIA.
The chip maker.
And Elon Musk's XAI.
Of course, Elon Musk was involved.
They're all focused on building AI infrastructure here in the U.S.
Domestic AI.
And the scale of their investment is unbelievable.
How much are we talking?
$100 billion.
$100 billion.
Earmarked for deployment.
That is a lot of money.
It's hard to even imagine.
It's hard to wrap your head around.
So what does this tell us?
I think it shows that some of the biggest names in tech and finance really believe that AI is going to be a game changer.
A real game changer.
They're putting their money where their mouth is.
Yeah.
Investing this kind of capital suggests that they see a future where AI is woven into every part of our lives.
Right.
And they're getting ready for it.
They're building the foundation.
Exactly.
So, $100 billion is a huge number.
It's an astronomical number.
How might this actually translate into changes we'll see in our everyday lives?
So think about the AI-powered tools we already use.
Like what?
Like personalized recommendations on Spotify or Netflix, or, more efficient search engines like Google.
Cool.
This new infrastructure is going to enable the development of much more advanced and sophisticated AI.
Oh, wow.
So imagine things like personalized healthcare diagnostics.
Okay.
That are more accurate and effective.
Wow.
Smarter transportation systems that reduce traffic and make commuting easier.
Interesting.
Or even digital assistants that are so intuitive and helpful that they feel like you're talking to a real person.
That's a little scary.
It is a little bit scary.
But also kind of cool.
But also incredibly exciting. This investment could speed up the development and rollout of AI in so many areas that we haven't even thought of yet.
It's like they're building the roads for the AI revolution.
Laying the groundwork for the future.
Okay, so more powerful AI in more areas of our lives.
That's the big takeaway.
That's something to think about.
For sure.
All right, moving on from the, exciting potential of AI to a more concerning area.
Where are we going now?
The world of digital security.
Cybersecurity.
And specifically, spyware.
Uh-oh.
A recent report from the Citizen Lab
I've heard of them.
Revealed some pretty disturbing information about an Israeli spyware company called Paragon. And their spyware.
What's it called?
It's called Graphite. And it looks like it's not just a theoretical threat.
Oh, no?
There are suspicions that it's actually being used in several countries.
Like where?
Australia.
Wow.
Canada.
Really?
And even Israel.
That's concerning.
Yeah.
So what makes this spyware so bad?
Well, one thing that's particularly trailing is that it uses what's called a WhatsApp zero-click exploit.
A zero-click exploit?
Yeah.
That sounds serious.
It is. So for those of us who, use WhatsApp every day to stay in touch with family and friends.
Yeah, most people use WhatsApp.
What does that actually mean?
So a zero-click exploit means that this spyware can get installed on your device. Through WhatsApp without you doing anything at all.
What? So I don't have to click on a link, open a file,
nothing,
answer a call?
Not even that.
It just happens.
It could happen silently in the background.
Oh, wow, that's creepy.
It's very sneaky.
Yeah, so how can we protect ourselves against this?
Well, the most important thing is to keep your devices and apps up to date.
Okay, so those software updates.
Yeah, those are crucial because those updates often include security patches that fix known vulnerabilities.
Including the ones that this spyware exploits. So it's like our digital immune system.
I like that analogy.
Getting its booster shots.
Staying up to date is the best way to stay protected.
Okay, so updates, updates, updates.
Can't emphasize that enough.
Right, and finally, today we're going to touch on a story that might seem a little bit disconnected from the tech world.
Okay.
But it could have some pretty big implications.
What is it?
Tariffs.
Tariffs?
Specifically, potential tariffs proposed by former President Trump.
Okay, I remember hearing about those.
Yeah, so he's talking about a 20% tariff on goods coming from China.
20%.
And potentially a 25% tariff on goods from Mexico.
Wow. 25%.
So what does this have to do with tech?
Well, it turns out that China and Mexico are two of the biggest sources for computer equipment imports to the U.S.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so if these tariffs go into effect, it's likely going to increase the cost of building and operating data centers in the U.S.
Data centers, and we were just talking about those in the context of powering AI.
Exactly. So if those costs go up, it's going to have a ripple effect.
So what could that mean for us as everyday users of technology?
Well, it could lead to higher prices for a lot of the online services we use every day.
Like what kinds of services?
Things like cloud storage.
Okay.
Streaming services like Netflix or Spotify.
Yeah.
Even e-commerce platforms like Amazon.
Wow, so pretty much everything.
Pretty much everything relies on data centers in some way.
Right.
And a lot of the supply chains for the physical goods we buy are also managed by these big data-driven systems.
So tariffs on computer equipment could end up costing us more for pretty much everything.
That's the potential downside.
Wow, that's a lot to think about.
It really shows how interconnected everything is.
Right, these seemingly unrelated events
Tariffs
can have these ripple effects that touch our digital lives and our wallets.
It's all connected.
Okay, so let's do a quick recap of what we've covered today.
Sounds good.
So we started with the potential end of the legal battle between Ripple and the SEC.
Right, a big one for the crypto world.
Yeah, and what that could mean for the future of cryptocurrency.
Regulation is key.
Then we explored that significant investment in Utila.
Yeah, those MPC crypto wallets.
And how they're working to make digital assets more secure.
Security is super important.
We dove into that massive investment in AI infrastructure.
$100 billion.
From some of the biggest names in tech and finance.
That's a game changer.
And what that could mean for the future of, pretty much everything.
The future is AI.
Then we looked at that concerning report about the Paragon spyware.
Graphite.
And the importance of digital security.
Stay up to date, people.
For all of us.
It's the best defense.
And finally, we touched on the potential impact of those proposed tariffs on data centers.
And how they could lead to higher prices for everyone.
So it's a lot to take in, but hopefully we've helped you connect some of the dots.
Yeah, and made sense of these complex tech stories.
Exactly, so you can understand how they might impact your life.
That's our goal.
And that's what we're all about here at Snarful.
Making tech accessible.
So if you have any more questions about anything we talked about today,
or just tech in general,
please don't hesitate to reach out to us on our website.
We're here to help.
We are here to help here at Snarful, so reach out on our website if you have any more questions.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
And we'll see you next time.
See you later.
Bye.
That's a wrap on today's top stories. Remember, tech doesn't have to be complicated, and we're here to help connect the dots. If you've got questions or want to learn more, visit us at snarful.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next time.